Hello YouTube and everyone who's listening on whatever website this ends up on. Andy over here, and we'll have a look at the astrology of the week going forward from 16th of December right through till next Sunday the 22nd, which of course includes the winter solstice. And as earthly as a thing as that is, it is very much a transition that plays into astrology just as much as it plays into everyday life. It's all interconnected, isn't it? So I'm doing this on Sunday the 15th. We've got Jupiter Trine Uranus at the moment. So, that's all about kind of breaking routine. And that's actually a very good way of finding success that might have been elusive, things that we might not have been able to work out, things that have just seemed stuck perhaps, and free up the stuck energy. But it's up to us to break that routine. Uranus is retrograde at the moment, but that actually means less disruption. That's the way a Uranus retrograde tends to work. And anyway, we won't have that Jupiter Trine Uranus thing again until 2028, so do make the most of it. Anyway, that's today. This is really all about next week. So we've got a Leo moon at the moment, and as we enter Monday the 16th of December, the moon is actually going to be in Leo. She's going to enter Virgo in the States and Canada on Monday the 16th, and that's going to be, let me see, 11:16 p.m. Eastern. Is it? No, I think that's Pacific. Anyway, right, dear me, I should know, shouldn't I? But it's in the early hours of Tuesday the 17th, 2:16 a.m. that the moon enters Virgo on the other side of the States and Canada. And here in UK, 7:16 a.m. That's the GMT one. That's when we're going to have that Virgo moon. And that remains the case right through until Thursday. But first, before that, on Wednesday the 18th, we reach third quarter, and we reach fourth quarter, and that is when the moon becomes under 50% full. That's when the focus tends to be on home and hearth, family, kin, and even at work actually it can be, but it's everything that we kind of ground ourselves into. It's the earthy side of things that comes to the fore then, because the moon energy is very much reduced then. So she's still waning, and that will be the case until we get the next new moon. But anyway, Thursday the 19th, the moon is going to enter Libra. That's at 2:04 a.m. Pacific, 5:04 a.m. Eastern. So that is 10:04 a.m. here in UK in GMT on Thursday the 19th. So then things, we hope, will come rather more into balance. That's generally the way of things. Also that day, Venus is going to enter Aquarius, so we'll see some changes around that as well. Unless you're in UK, in which case Venus enters Aquarius at something like 6:42 a.m. So we'll be waking up to that one on Friday the 20th. Unless, we've been awake all night having strange dreams, which many of us have been having at the moment. It seems to be a time when the universe is bringing those dreams in and making them happen. Then we've got moon in, let me see, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, moon in Scorpio. It's 4:57 a.m. East Pacific, 7:57 a.m. Eastern, and 5 hours after that, what is that? That must be 12:57 p.m. just into the UK afternoon. That then goes all the way through Sunday the 22nd. So that is the moon astrology. Let us take a look at what else is going on next week. Well, of course, December the 21st is the big day. That is Thursday because of the winter solstice. And after that, the days start getting longer, and that means the light is coming back in, which is absolutely fantastic. I've got my Christmas tree going behind me here because the lights on the Christmas tree are all a part of a tradition of trying to have light in these darkest days. But the light is coming charging back in. It's only about a week after the winter solstice that you really notice, actually, we've got a bit more light in the evenings and a bit more time to actually get things done in daylight. So that is really, really positive. But just before that, though, on Thursday, December the 19th, there's this once-a-year event. It's Mars sextile Saturn. And that is actually a really good kind of triggering point for the solstice, because that tends to be an energy which makes things happen and gets things moving. So if your energy is feeling stuck, next week is going to be the week of change for you, I'm sure. It's going to be a week of change for all of us. Now then, what else happens? There's something else happens that day. Yeah, Mars sextiles Saturn, and Venus then changes sign from Capricorn to Aquarius. And being a fixed air sign, Aquarius is kind of quite cool. It's quite emotionally detached, and personal independence gets a lot more free. Actually, you find less influences trying to hold you back. So it really is a lot of positive change ahead of us next week. The sun, of course, is in Capricorn all this year, and all this month, I should say, I'm sorry, and that makes quite a difference as well. There's definitely a bigger focus on kind of career and what we actually do with our lives every day and every night, and it's a good time all through December to be sort of getting right down to the basics and committing yourself to getting work done and making things happen. I've been doing loads more readings and been sort of less lazy about things like that. But there we are. The last thing to say really next week is that Venus is going to make its last square of the year to Uranus, retrograde Uranus, and that is on Sunday, December the 22nd. And that actually favours personal freedom as well, so that's really positive. And it favours personal freedom over intimacy, so it's a bit more loud, it's a bit more out there, even though the moon will be way past Leo as in its journey around the zodiac by then. It's a very out there situation. Okay, keeping this one short in the hope of getting it loaded up in reasonable kind of HD-ish quality. Thanks very much for watching, guys. Christmas is coming, the geese are getting fat, etc, etc. Have a fabulous week. Do enjoy that solstice. I'm really looking forward to that actually as well. Very special time in any spiritual tradition, and just for absolutely anybody, even if people aren't remotely interested in anything to do with God or divinity or astrology. The nights are very simple. It's very simply going to start getting lighter. I've got hiccups. I better go and drink more tea. So I'll see you again very soon. Thanks for watching and peace.